Wait, what are you engineering, Jeremy?
I develop or lead a couple teams developing some software, advanced engineering software.
Yeah, like NASA shit, dude.
NASA.
Pretty much.
Seriously.
Work's got you down.
No, actually, it's been an interesting couple of weeks without divulging too much. My I've been doing a lot more. My boss had some health complications, so it's like one of those moments where you kind of step up and and do quite a bit, help out.
Wow. Well, that's good. Well, guys, we are now live on the channel. Thank you guys for whoever is here right now. Thanks for showing up. We're hanging out with Jeremy from Tech Enthusiasm. That's Jeremy with an A, not an E.
It is with an A.
And we got Zach back in the house. What's up, Zach Attack?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
And then Digi Don Dunn from Haven Smart. So it's another Thursday. Don, I believe you said you were closing a big deal on a gigantic LED display.
Working on it. Yep. It's for a hockey rink. Just a big
hockey rink. The Blackhawks?
No. Just a local, really great, cool. Long-time client. Owns multiple businesses. Super guy. Built this hockey rink to cover an area where it's not covered, and it's just first class. They got a school in it, training. We did all the AV and whatnot. So it's cool, man. Big LED displays, micro LED displays they're coming. It's
you were saying it was like 150 grand, but not 1080p or sorry, not 4K.
No.
So we're looking at
to get one of those giant displays in 4K, you're looking at something similar in size to be about $500,000, like we've used on other projects that I can't talk about.
What brand is that? Who makes that? On your
Unilumin. They're the largest manufacturer out of China of large scale LED displays in the world.
Really?
No.
I was watching this. I guess it's a micro LED display where they were putting it together, but the little tiles were like big. Is that really how big they are?
On some of them, I mean, some of the real high resolution ones, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of heat created and a lot of power being used by these things. So, I mean, they'll probably use more juice than your Tesla. And they create a ton of heat. But as we learn to overcome these things as integrators and how they are applied. And of course, with the technology matures along with that, you're going to see these become, standard. I mean, now you can buy a 100-inch beautiful LED TV, LED backlit TV for well under 10 grand. So I'm not sure about Hisense. They said 5, then I heard 10. So I
got a video coming out on that Hisense mini LED. It looked pretty dang good. They said 5,000 for 995. So they're kind of breaking the barrier.
Yeah, but they told us to hold off on that too.
Oh, really?
That price. Yeah. I don't know. I know that it looked great, but the point is that large scale static displays are going to be, it's going to be the future, and it's not going to be decades. Just like I was selling, when 100-inch TVs came out, there were plasmas, and a company called Runco, which you guys have been in the business a while, know the name Runco. We sold a couple of those, and they were really heavy. They were like 600-700 pounds, and they were $100,000, and we sold, more than you would think we did. I mean, a Fujitsu 60-inch plasma back in 2002 was $18,000 for a 60. So, but my point is that price is shrinking, and you're going to have a 100-inch diagonal and probably bigger options. Now, I don't know if anybody's going to build a 235 to 1 or 240 TV. That would be, you can do that. You can do that with a micro LED or LED display, large scale display. Yeah. But how cool would that be, man? Have like
that'd be awesome.
200-inch static display with 240 with built-in scaling, maybe a Mad VR technology in it. Ooh, who knows?
I don't know if that would even matter though. If you could just line your entire front wall, you know what I mean? So that way, if you got the IMAX stuff going on, it's just like boom, you got it, and then the letterbox bars just shut off.
The problem is with those is where do you place the audio? So There's a combination that we've been doing. I've been working with speaker companies. Meyer Sound has come up with this kind of really interesting system that hits the screen and reflects the sound. Harman overseas in China, they did a micro LED or LED based theater, and they had like speakers to the side, I think speakers above and below. And then they actually had some side speakers that took some of the center channel information and blended it. Rocket science level stuff. But we've been working on some big sound bars at angle and how to mount them and do different things so you can get great sound. But that is kind of the detractor to it, is if you do a whole wall, where do you put the sound where you would normally do an acoustically transparent screen?
Yeah,
it sucks. Couple Patreon members here and YouTube member subscribers. What's up, Joe Weirs and Craig Osterberg? What's up, Craig? And I believe Cinema Lord. What's up, Cinema Lord? And Big Street Cinema. What's up? What's up, fellas? And everybody else who has joined the chat as well.
What's up?
So I know Ascendo has theirs that kind of like angle upwards on the ceiling and the floor, which worked pretty well when I listened to it. But I guess that would be like the main thing. At least they could do like really small perforations at some point in the future.
Or line arrays that are real thin, flanking it. Where you could take a line array and go all the way up from top to bottom and take two sides of the line array, and you would do digital, calibration or some kind of setting like you see with the new Sonys and whatnot. Two of those into a center channel by overcoming that cancellation that would normally come with two speakers playing the same sound, and then do your left and right. And with the line array, you should be able to get that kind of theater gutso output you're looking for. But I think that the audio always follows the video, and I think that you're going to see some advances in speaker technology following the advances in the video technology. But that's just my humble opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that. They'll have
the Meyer Sound reflex system definitely seems promising. We're finishing up a project in LA, hopefully in the next month or two. And me and Kellen are going to go visit Quantum Media Systems display with Meyer Sound and make a video on that for you guys. But they're doing some cool stuff. It's just pricey. So it's coming down each year. Probably the coolest thing I saw, Don, at the show that was affordable was the Samsung wall, and they had it for the 146, a 3-piece design that apparently you can install in 2 hours.
Yeah, but still well over $100,000.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it looked really good.
Yeah,
like
everybody's wall is different.
Into the bus, but a lot of these video displays, they don't look great. Like you can see those tiles, and I'll have to say the Samsung one, it looked good. And of course that Quantum Media Systems one, I'm a huge fan of.
Quantum Media, like that.
I saw the Samsung this year.
We just dwell in the high end. Look, I can't afford that stuff, so I mean, I'm like, oh, you should do a micro LED, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, and they're like, what? So I don't.
Hardly anybody can.
Well, I don't want to lose the track of, just because I play in that realm doesn't mean I live in that realm.
Wait, what? You said you're carrying what is that? Mirror Sound? Is it called Mirror Sound?
Meyer.
No, this guy. You're a little prick,
Joe.
You're a little prick, James.
No. Every time I see Joe, I see his last name is Weirs.
They're racist. That's racist.
But those speakers that we looked at last week was those really thin ones that were like an inch long.
K-Ray.
Those flexible ones.
Yeah, dude,
cool.
That'd be cool too.
I had dinner with the K-Ray rep last night, and he was just telling me about all these dope ass clubs that he's doing with K-Ray. I mean, K-Ray makes like concert level stuff for events and venues, but they do a lot of restaurants, nightclubs, high end salons, high end retail spaces, and they've got some amazing. Everybody was blown away with their solutions at the show. I'm really glad that they came because, we're starting to apply that to home use. But you can have a speaker about that tall, about that wide, about 12 inches tall, add it with a sub, and you're playing 120 dBs of crystal clear output. It's pretty impressive.
What, Jeremy? Since you are our fresh new guest for the day, what you been working on? What's going on in your channel?
Lately, last couple of videos talking about some of the new Apple stuff coming out. tvOS 17, some of that. I'm sitting in something brand new here. I got the Audio Device Revelation chairs in the theater. Yep.
Is that what you bought for your theater?
Yeah, new row of 5 here.
Yikes! You got 5 of them.
Cool video. Those are great chairs, man.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got a first take install video coming on Friday. Probably should be out Friday for these. So
Got that new fake leather feel, smell.
You can hear it squeaking a little bit.
It is. It's vegan leather, so he's being.
It's vegan leather.
Environmentally friendly, animal friendly.
Yeah. That ain't no cow you're sitting on, man.
No.
Apple stopped with the leather stuff too. No more leather cases and all that because it's too. I guess leather's really bad now. I guess
I'm gonna go have a big steak tonight in honor of that.
It's not it's not in vogue anymore.
But no, I'm loving the change from the couch to these. We've been in here a few times for a few movies, and I should have started with chairs, I think.
Yeah. I remember seeing your video before. I was like, oh, this dude's got a couch in his theater. Lame. Clicked off.
Dude, you're such a prick. Surely he doesn't have couches in his theater. Well, he doesn't have anybody to give him free shit like I do.
Working.
Nobody gives me anything free.
I got you, dude. I got the bull like Baby Yoda. No.
This looks like a nice comment. Great to see you guys. I watched so much of your content, wishing for one day to have a great setup. I did buy off of your guys' reviews and information. Thank you guys for your posts. Let's see if you want to pick up anything else in the future, dreammediaav.com.
This dude,
or is it
right?
shop
Tell
Dream
him,
Media?
Tell him there. You pitching your head.
Jeremy, are you picking up the Kaleidescape's SSD versions?
Oh, I'll probably be waiting on that. Yeah, I do want to make some content actually talking about the HDD versus SSD choice. I think there's a few considerations there, but I'm pretty fine with what I have. We'll see if I upgrade to.
I could probably give them to send you one for review if you just want to review it.
Yeah, I mean they're cool, no doubt about it. And I'm glad to see really cool. New evolution of hardware, new processors, and all that step up the platform. So I think 2024 will be an interesting year as well for them.
So you're able to sneak Kaleidescape in, the most contested product in all of audio video. They're out of their mind.
Shane's looking for some crazy negative comments. That's what he's looking for.
I know it's Shane. I know it's Shane. I got Shane's number, dude. Yeah. Look,
I love the platform. I've been in it for five years, so I make a lot of Kaleidescape content on the channel.
Yes, you do.
It's a great product, man.
Shane, if you really want to irritate people, I just found out about a new product from one of my customers, which is just absolutely insane for the uber elite. It's called Bel Air Cinema.
I've heard that. I've heard about that.
You've heard of this, right? Yeah. If you want to get the movies, basically you need a DCI compliant theater to be part of their club, and then you got to pay their membership fees. All in all, hardware and membership, it's a starting rate of $100,000.
Gary Peter put one of those in his house down here in Tampa.
In comparison, where I'm going with this is in comparison to Kaleidescape, it's Kaleidescape's affordable because you got an entry point of $100,000 on the Bel Air Cinema just to become a member and get the hardware, and then $300 per movie, but you get to watch.
You got all your friends, man.
Day and date,
yeah.
So pretty dope.
It makes Kaleidescape look pretty appealing.
Dude, I will sell that to somebody.
But this is actual cinema.
It's for a very select clientele. Where they carve out some time and they want to sit down with their friends or family and watch the movies the day they release. It's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, if you take into consideration, take 10 people to the movies and buying them all popcorn and drinks, you're probably at $4,000 anyways anymore.
Especially if you're drinking. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know anything about that, but I'm just saying popcorn.
Gotta say their website sucks. Doesn't even work.
It's not getting you anywhere.
Joe's like, I think Kaleidescape should start charging $100,000.
Wasn't there another one like
Joe doesn't like Kaleidescape? I'm sorry, Joe.
Joe Weirs. Oh, Joe Weirs is always going on about Kaleidescape.
If you had one, you'd love it.
You would. If it was for $3.99, everybody would dump their Blu-ray discs.
The Kaleidescape is just dope. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, this client that had asked me about it, what's interesting with Bel Air Cinema is it costs this very, high price point, and it's really only for rental. You can only watch it for 72 hours after you pay for that movie rental.
Shane dropped them an email right now.
On their platform, they have 20 to 30 movies available at a time, and then they fall off. So this isn't meant to be a Kaleidescape replacement. I told the client that was interested in this that we need to do this and Kaleidescape so he can still have a movie collection that he can access around the home. But
you got an app.
It's a cool interface. I mean, it's for the elite. It's very, very pricey, but it's cool stuff. It's bragging rights, that's for sure.
Yes, you have to ask how much. You probably can't afford it.
No, ain't nobody in this chat could afford this.
Yeah, no, ain't nobody. Nobody on YouTube that can afford it. Maybe Andrew Robinson.
We should do a separate video on this. We should send him an email, Zach, and just be like, yo, listen, why don't you send us one just to review?
Live stream, yeah, right.
For the next 365 days.
They don't even market. Like, I guarantee they're never gonna see this video. It's all word of mouth, very hush hush. They're not gonna want
to be a part of the Illuminati to be able to get into that.
I believe I saw a video where they would install it for you, then they had to get your thumbprint to scan it so you could purchase the movie.
So you didn't make copies. You probably have to sign a legal agreement.
Yeah,
at airtight that you won't record it, or it's probably got encryption on it.
No, it's not like that. I had a meeting with them and asked all the hard details. So if anybody is interested in this, just give us a call. But you pay for movie credits in $20,000 increments.
Wow!
You wire them $20,000 at a time.
5-pack.
Yeah, I'll be getting one of those soon.
So you would need like a Barco or a Christie in your house.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is for, like I said, Derek Jeter did like a Bel Air Cinema, like a real cinema. It probably seated 20 or 30 people. I mean, you got.
Well, yeah, and if you can fit 20 or 30 people and you're into entertaining, I mean, I could see the value here for the right customer.
The value.
Yes, if you are like an oil air or something like that.
Then if you
have one of these.
Had your penthouse condo in Dubai,
transatlantic in your yacht,
your Dubai prince,
or if you live in Colorado or something.
Zach, is that one back there behind you?
Are you kidding me? I can't afford that stuff.
You already got it, Zach. Come on.
It's in the bedroom.
No,
dude, that would be a video.
I'm just happy that this is like functioning and we can actually watch a movie. You know how it is, Don. In this business,
does it sound better? Does it sound better now?
I haven't watched one movie.
Oh my God.
I don't have the time. That's the biggest problem.
So can I tell the story, Zach, or is that against regulations? Of how we were drunk as shit, went up there to your theater at like 11. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with this thing?
I pulled out the Moranson.
Kind of calibrated, drunk as shit.
I pulled out the Moranson on my 40.
I don't know. Yeah. Look, Zach's house is awesome. It's just like when you walk in, you feel like you're just home. You know what I mean? Like you've known him for, his wife's amazing. His little man's the bomb. His in-laws. And he's like, you wake up looking at a mountain. I mean, I'm like, this is heaven, dude. No wonder you're happy all the time.
It means a lot, Don. Thank you.
No,
we really enjoyed your company.
Well, I don't want people. I know you guys live by selling equipment to people, and I've been to Kellen's house, and and then he's got a beautiful home, and you guys live this stuff, and they're really good people, man. They're not just some dudes like, oh, what kind of deal can we make and sell somebody some gear? Like they care about their clients. And if you're buying a product and you want actual real support and real human beings and really good guidance, the guys at Dream Media are definitely somebody you want to do business with. And I don't pull any punches. I hope y'all know that anyway.
No, appreciate it, Don. No, we pride ourselves on looking out for people. That's one thing that's different from us and say Crutchfield is you can call and we'll do a video consultation with you and walk through your space and hand curate packages to your specific needs and budget. No other company does that for free.
Crutchfield, watch out.
We're coming for you.
I will create the first audio video empire.
One day at a time. If only we had 48 hours in a day.
We do in my world because I don't sleep for 2 days at a time. So,
yeah, you try to text Shane sometimes like 9 in the morning, and you
sleep every 2 days.
Shit, it sounds like one of Nostradamus's quatrains. You're like, what? On the 8th day, Hister crossed the Rhine. What? Oh, you haven't slept. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's all good. Bel Air Cinema, I mean, that would be cool. If we could, they're probably located in California, I would assume.
No doubt
if
about
we could
it.
get like a tour there.
Bel Air Circuit.
If we get like a tour there.
But we can put this anywhere in the world. It's just going to be for our Dream Media Plus customers that are like really, wanting to take it over the top. Because a lot of these projects that we're doing now are DCI compliant anyways. So it's just
there are people with this stupid money. Well, I mean, not all my clients, but some of my clients. I mean, this FU money, dude. And
if you don't know, if you don't have these solutions ready, you don't know what you don't know. So you got to have it in your back pocket and be ready.
Yep. You don't know what you don't know.
That's good.
Come on, Jeremy. Calm down.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Jeremy, what you working on next?
You're gonna have to relax, man, if you're gonna be invited back.
I think
Jeremy, what's coming up next? What are you working on? What are you editing?
Like I said, I got the chair video, and then
right.
Yeah, we'll see where we go from there. I don't know.
You should definitely throw a segment in that video about what non-vegan leather feels like compared to
shut up,
real leather. I want to know.
It's a cool dude. It's a cool.
I would want to know.
It feels the same. They're great chairs. I sat on.
Well, not everybody knows what you know, Don?
Well, maybe make the title. What is it? What is vegan leather? What is it actually made out of?
Yeah.
My wife just calls it plastic, but there's more to it than that.
What was that?
Don't call it plastic, okay?
I said my wife just calls it plastic, but there's more to it than that. I think it feels more clothy. Like it's almost a little bit of a hybrid to me.
So it doesn't have like that kind of texture that leather has.
I thought they were great. I mean, it was a really well built, real well laid out, well thought out product. I mean, it really was.
What are some of the features that come standard on it?
Does it massage you?
First of all,
that's where I was going with this.
Controls are on the top of the seat,
right?
Versus having to reach down, which we all hate.
Nice.
Which is
you got back footrest in the back are on one set of controls. You got a headrest on those two, lumbar on those two. There's a 3-stage light that goes all the way off, and then home button. They give you the tray with it. I see. Trays included.
I hear some good things about that tray. Like there's a lip on it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a lip on it because every time we do a tray, it's like a launch pad. That is super smart.
Well, listen, Don, if you're doing installations, why don't you make sure the floor is level? That way you don't have that issue.
Bitch, I don't build the houses. I just put stuff in them.
Storage in both arms there. Yeah, I'm digging.
Oh, you got two separate arms there. What's up with that?
Yeah, I did it. I did a double arm chair and then 2 love seats, basically. So these ended up kind of together. So I don't mind the little extra gap around the center seat on both sides. A little more surround sound audio. Kind of past.
Do you have is that one long row, or do you have 2 rows in your theater?
No, I just have 1 row in here.
Oh, okay. Why did you opt for 1 instead of 2?
When I did the room, I didn't want to tear into drywall. We built this room. When we built the house, we set this room up as a gym. And we never used it for a gym, never outfitted it with equipment or anything. And then along the way, kind of got the approval from the other half to go ahead and do this with the space. So like right behind me, behind those curtains, is actually a closet. So like doing a second row, putting a riser in, tearing stuff up. I didn't want to take the project to that level. I wanted to just kind of work within the confines of the existing walls. And so there's 4 of us in our
like
family.
A base trap with the curtain. That whole closet you can set that up to be a giant base trap. You know that,
yeah,
right?
there's a heavy like mahogany door behind it, and then I got the bass traps in the corners and stuff there.
Do you?
You have Focal speakers in there?
Yep. Yeah, it's all 1000 series.
Nice.
So the IW6s, the rounds up top, and then I've got the IW LCR 6s behind the screen.
How big is the room?
19 by 17 by 11.
So it's a good sized room. Wow.
Yeah. I could definitely do 2 rows if in the long run. Shoot. Drop the
you all right?
Yeah. Yep. That's just the phone. In the long run, what my plan in here would be to take that entry door and relocate it further down to the side here and essentially flip the room all the way around so that I'm projecting on the wall behind me.
Paint those grills, man.
Yeah, at some point I will.
Spray paint, super easy.
But I'd like to project on this wall, and if I did that, I probably would go ahead and do 2 rows because I could put the riser cleanly against that back wall. The back row would be sitting against the back wall, but hey, it's a second row. It's just for extra people. And then I could get my projector in the other room adjacent to this one, shooting through the wall. So all my equipment is on the other side right now behind that screen.
That's a major deal, though, huh?
Yeah. So that's like a 5 year from now type project, but we never usually have more people in here that I need to seat that many anyway. So there's 4 in the family, and that's usually how we use the room, either that or like me and my wife and another couple or whatever. And if a bunch of kids are in here, they can sit on the floor.
What are you doing for subs?
I've got 2 Arundel 1723 2S's.
You like those?
I think they're good. They're definitely a step up from what I had before. I started the room originally with just some Rels.
That doesn't sound positive. You're just like, oh, they're good. That's not like,
awesome. I think they're really good. Yeah, I think they're really good. So be a little more hype than that.
Damn,
awesome. I think the app is great. The one thing that I question with them is just like having the dual drivers versus the front firing. But I've done some tests where I've spun them all around to see, does it make a difference? Like, in terms of any type of response difference, how they're positioned, and if the drivers, one's kind of shooting into the wall and one's shooting to the side versus coming out, it doesn't.
I couldn't get them to sound good in my room at all. So I'm like you. They were good, but they weren't like awesome.
Your room like 10 foot by 12 foot.
What?
Your theater room's tiny, isn't it?
It's 9 foot by 6.5 by 8.
It's like a prison cell, dude.
Like a tube.
No, it's not. There's no way.
I use an ultra wide. I
never believe
it's not even possible.
I use a 10mm lens on my camera when I shoot my videos.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll add. I want to get 4 subs in here. I've been debating what to do for another pair, but
man, you got to check out per listens. Nothing hits harder and tighter than those.
Well, he's got full cals.
Yeah, it's a lot more money, dude.
Maybe he wants to go all full cal in wall subs. Zach, you sell in wall subs, right? From full cal?
Oh yeah.
Don't do those,
Jeremy.
But yeah,
I've been
audio.
I've been wall subs in the living room, and
you don't like it.
I would probably always opt for in room.
Yeah.
Well, unless you do JL or like RBH, they make some legit in wall subs. Even the SVS's new in wall subs pretty dope.
Those little lines, bang.
Yeah. We sell tons of them. Oh, there's Kellen. Oh boy, shh! Everybody, shh! Kellen's here.
Oh,
my concession stand.
Oh, I'm looking at the bottom of the screen like he's
your concession stand. You got like a bag of Doritos and some M&Ms, dude. That's your concession. You ain't got a full bottle of water. You got these little waters, man. Come on, don't be touting your shit.
Oh, it's Zach's place?
No, Kellen. I'm messing with him. He's got a beautiful theater.
No, Kellen's got an amazing setup.
Yeah,
he's got this crazy arcade too that we're going to start offering to our customers. We'll put out a video on it here soon. It's been in the queue for a while, but this arcade machine, they're totally custom. You can wrap them in any graphics you want. The one that we did at his house is Super Mario Bros, but Super Mario Karts or whatever. But you can do as many little controllers as you want. We customized it with focal speakers and did an OLED TV in it. But you can really hook up those arcades to where it has every single game since the beginning of time on it. So it's like a one-stop shop, and you can configure the controls for however many people you want, any graphics you want. It's pretty sick.
I wanted to play it, but Kellen kept asking me if I needed change for quarters.
That's not true.
Wow, come on, man.
Get you drunk and keep you playing.
You know what I like best though is the Sonos deployment. That's my favorite.
Yes. Yeah, we put a Sonos amp in it too, so you can get your multi-room audio on. It's like the most badass arcade system that you can buy. Obviously, you can get different variants, but customers are always building game rooms, theater rooms, basement setups. So we're just trying to kind of cover all the bases. We got set up with the pinball ball machine place too. So we got pinball, arcade, all the fun stuff.
You guys apparently got big homes over on that side of the world. Because over here, it's tiny.
Well, there's big homes everywhere. But who lives in Connecticut? I thought everybody left Connecticut.
I feel like I need to leave Connecticut. This is for you, Jeremy. Have you guys tried Apple TV's new firmware yet? It now supports Dolby Vision 8.1 profile and turns on DV logo for Netflix and Max. Disney Plus is showing HDR10 though.
Yep. Yeah, I baited. I run betas for all the Apple stuff, so I've been running tvOS 17 for a while.
What do you gain from it? Like, why? I thought I was getting Dolby Vision already. Like, what's the big deal with Dolby Vision?
Yeah, I'm not sure what all the value of the new profile is. I think one of the hopes, perhaps, with the profile update is that if you had rips, like MKV rips, and you're using an app like Infuse or Plex, it might retain the DV playback on an Apple TV.
Right. Apple don't care about that though. From pirates.
I just got a Kaleidescape.
No Dolby Vision on Kaleidescape. How dare you say that?
You didn't have Dolby Vision. I will never own that product.
But yeah, so I don't know what that's going to do. I'm curious. I want to test some of the streaming rates, see if the streaming rates are any better with the new profile. But I haven't been able to do that.
Jeremy,
yet.
I have a German modified Apple TV with like updated capacitors and power supply and the whole shebang.
The Apple TV Plus,
whatever the latest one is. So cleaner image, sharper, cleaner image, better sound. I've yet to take it out of the box, but I have one though.
Yeah, I think that's the Apple TV Plus.
You have a German modified Apple TV,
or not
4K.
Plus?
I thought he was messing with us for a minute.
No, there's a company out there.
Yeah.
They like re-engineer the boxes and stuff.
Yeah, Cinemike. It's from Cinemike.
Cinemike.
Is that like Dolomite?
I think I don't know how much they are. I think like $1,200 or something. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think they're
I was looking at those a little while ago. I'm curious if it really makes any difference.
I should really get on that video. I have that and also a Denon A1H to review, so I need to get on that too.
A1H.
Same idea. People put you can buy like linear power supplies for your Kaleidescape, and that's supposed to clean them up. Like,
really?
Clean up the image and the audio a little bit too. I don't know if that's
is it like an external? Is it external?
Yeah,
right.
It's an external power supply anyway, so you can buy like a Teddy Pardo for like $400 or $500 and run a clean power supply on it.
That only works if you have really high-end speaker cables with stands on them. It all works with energy.
That doesn't matter.
Creates
what do
you have to think very positive thoughts when you watch it, and it looks great.
So from the barrel connector on the back of the Kaleidescape, there's a brick it cleans up the yeah.
Is it the Nakamichi Dragon guy again? I have a Nakamichi Dragon in the box. Okay, cool. You like cassette?
He likes
is that Apple TV called Cinemike, M-I-K-E.
Yep.
Hmm.
He does a lot of upgrades, power supply upgrades and stuff like that for all kinds of stuff, like the Oppo. I think he was the first guy to do the Oppo player, and then all kinds of other stuff. I think like Barco's and Christie's. I think he upgrades the power supplies on those as well.
Interesting.
Oh, it's not. It's the one I was thinking of. It's called the Apple TV X. If you Google Apple TV X, I don't know if it's the same guy.
Apple TV X.
Yeah, they
different.
They do some stuff inside the box, and then it comes with its own separate like linear power supply and all that.
Oh
it's
yeah,
similar price.
$2,500. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I got to see how much the Cinemike version is because I have no idea. I've had it since January. I've got to look at it. Those things are they're a little tough because I've had it modified as a PD, and it was like maybe 5% difference from the standard PD. You know, the Ace. I was a Cinemike modified one. It's a little bit cleaner, a little bit brighter. I didn't really didn't really notice a difference in sound quality, but it's a tiny bit difference in video. I mean, so it's something. I don't know if it was worth the $2,000 they were asking, but there's a difference, at least for that particular product.
People used to do that with their Oppos and all that as well. You can buy the linear power supply mods and stuff.
Oh, so Patrick knows. Patrick says he started with the Marantz updates, I think. Who's this? Is Frankie Ken? Is that you, Jeremy?
No, he's.
No, we met Frankie.
Yeah, he was at
Why do I always think that's you?
Man. Yep. Shout out to Kellen. He is awesome.
Yeah. Why'd he stop posting? Did I make him mad? Talking about his little waters?
Probably, dude.
He
has a life. He's probably trying to like play with his children instead of sitting here talking to us.
I raised 4 kids, dude. You don't get off that easy with me, dude.
Zito is the poor man's Kaleidescape. Totally different products. Come on.
Yeah.
Cinemike now does Trinov. I didn't know that. God, that must be an expensive Trinov. I don't know how much better you can get. Like, what are you really going to do with a Trinov?
How does warranty work when you're like modifying these?
I guess it goes through.
Probably voids your
he
warranty.
handles everything.
Yeah, that would definitely be tough as a custom integrator for us to even entertain any of those type of products.
Yeah, it's one thing on a $200 box, but not a $20,000.
I gotta ask him. I gotta have him on the show for sure because he does all kinds of stuff. He was there in Germany when I was there, so that's how I met him. I feel a little bad because I haven't reviewed it since January.
You should.
Yeah, maybe we'll have him on after next week, or we can have him on maybe when Zach's on. Coming weekend, Cinemike is showcasing the Trinov update. Oh, so this is like a new thing. Interesting. I don't know I don't know if that's really gonna be worthwhile because if you got like 32 speakers going at the same time, are you really gonna notice that much of an audible difference? Don, what do you think?
I think it's all bullshit, but whatever. Money or
most of it is.
I mean,
tell us how you really feel.
So I love you, Don.
What'd I do?
No, you're just so real. I love it.
Demonetize his video. I'm sorry.
Oh, here's a.
I told Youth Man if we do videos together, I'll behave myself.
When is wave forming coming out? He's waiting for that, Jin. Well, Jin, I'm gonna have John on this Monday after the stream ends. I'm gonna post the link, for the scheduled stream. So John's gonna be on Monday, I think at 4:00 Monday. He's gonna go over the new requirements for waveforming for the Trinov and all the paraphernalia and stuff that you're gonna need. So if you want to join that, that's Monday at 4:00. Drop all your questions. That's going down on Monday with Trinov. So that's exciting.
When I meet John, every time I'm around him, I just want to sit around a fire in a big chair and have him tell me stories while I eat cookies. He's like the most lovable dude on the planet.
He's a nice man. He's a very nice man. he used to work for Wisdom too before Trinov, I believe. And, what do you think about that, Zach? Have you heard of Wisdom speakers before? Like, listen to them?
No, I don't think I've received a proper demo. Actually, our rep was trying to get me to sign up for Wisdom actually just like a few weeks ago, but we're really kind of fallen in love with RBH and want to see what kind of crazy systems we can put in with their AMT tweeters. I mean, they just.
I mean, Wisdom's good ass. They're great. I mean, it's another tool in the toolbox. But
yeah.
I've heard several Wisdom systems, and they do play loud. We'll give them that.
So wait, that's it? They just play loud? Are they good?
No, they're good. I mean, it was great.
Oh, come on. All right.
I mean, it's not what I would pick for intimate listening and 2-channel, but I mean, it's a great product. They're a killer team. They do great design work, and they're able to. The way their speakers are built with the line array, they have a lot of flexibility, which is a really big deal for integrators.
Hold on. Joe Weirs is back. Joe Weirs lives in Florida, apparently.
Joe, he lives in Tampa. What's up, Joe?
I didn't know that.
We should
hold on.
Have a drink.
Joe, today's the 21st. Your wife should have gotten her Bluetooth speaker in the mail today via FedEx. So have her go outside and check for that. Super chat $4.99. Thank you for the super chat, Shirzad Khan City. Thoughts on 3D movies making a comeback with Apple Vision Pro being released and marketing 3D content? Yo. Jeremy, how do you feel about that?
I think it might be a new evolution. We'll see. I think the new iPhones actually are coming with some camera capability to be able to record whatever they're going to call it, spatial video or whatever, and play some of that stuff back. So I think there's going to be some interesting new developments and some things we don't know yet, maybe that they're going to hook up into that thing. But we'll see. I'm kind of keen to get one. I haven't been the biggest VR fan, and nor really much of a 3D fan, but I'm kind of interested to try
VR, virtual reality.
Yeah.
Okay. Apple Vision. I couldn't listen. I'm sure it's really cool, but I couldn't see myself sitting there with the goggles on my face for 2 hours. That just seems really uncomfortable.
Is that really the future of home theater where we're all sitting here in a line?
I get that. I get that all the time. If I talk about a 3D movie, they're just like, the future is VR.
Well, it's the future of pornography, and that leads everything. So,
I never really got into 3D. We had a while back, one of our televisions was 3D capable. Some Vizio we had, and I remember we watched. I think it was even the very first movie that we tried. It was like Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or the second Captain America. The beginning scene where they're infiltrating the ship, and all like the close, fast fighting. Fast cuts and all that stuff, and like, it was watching that in 3D. Like I couldn't take it. I looked at my wife. I'm like, "Are you enjoying this?" She's like, "No, not at all." It's like, all right.
But I loved Avatar in 3D.
Avatar is good in 3D. Yeah, for sure.
I think it's cool. Like every once in a while, like I saw the Avatar on the AWOL Vision 150 inch, and like I could see that. And like get a bunch of kids together, and or bring the whole family over. It's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, it looks good on the AWOL because it's super bright, so it works in that kind of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you get the big screen too. Whereas TVs, it was just like 65 at the time. It was like 65, maybe 75-inch 3D. But now with ultra short throws and their ultra brightness, I think it looks great. I still watch 3D. Thanks for the question there, Shirzad. Michael. Oh, see, look at Michael. Michael's not talking about Nakamichi right now. He's talking about his Avatar 3D experience. What else did I? There's another question here. Oh yeah, so I'm still waiting. I don't know. I gotta hit up Shane because I don't know where my RBH speakers are. I don't know what's going on with that.
Which ones you waiting on?
Like the whatever the passive version that Gene's got, and then of course, then whatever.
I have to remind them of your importance in the ecosystem of life.
I guess. Listen, I guess they're super busy with custom installs or something, right? Is that how they make their money, Don?
No, they're a speaker manufacturer. I'm sure I'll do a follow up, Shane, and I'm sure they'll get it coming your way.
Yeah, I think the 21 is supposed to be sometime in October. What month are we in right now? September.
They're really trying to, update their brand right now. They're working really hard internally. It's a small group of guys, and they make an amazing product. But they're trying to really get their internal company organization and some of their, like, they just redid their website. Like they're pretty busy just trying to work on some structural things. So I don't think it's personal.
They just make amazing speakers.
And that's really all they think about.
Like if you
go there, like you could tell they don't have any. They're not worried about the cost. They're not worried about anything other than how good can we make these speakers sound.
They get no love in the major audio press, but yet their stuff just destroys most similarly priced products. Destroys it.
Talking Kev?
No,
RBH.
Oh, RBH.
What does that even stand for?
I love them. I mean, I love a lot of speaker manufacturers. I'm a big Focal guy. Dolly. I love Kef. Mark Logan. The list goes on. But RBH, dollar for dollar, they're really hard to beat. They make some world class stuff. My written review of their little monitors, their studio monitors, should be out soon, and they blew me away.
Your written review?
Written review? Yeah, you should try it.
You have your own blog somewhere?
No, it's on Audioholics, dude.
Is it? And did you start a new thread in the forums?
No, I didn't. I don't give a shit about forums.
Interesting. I'll have to read this review.
I just got tired of arguing on forums years ago.
Will this be your first written review?
No.
You wrote it
will not. It will not. The editor might have thought it was. I'm pretty plain spoken about mine. I don't go, the effervescent image just hovered in the middle of the room like a transparent musical UFO, and it surrounded me and penetrated my soul. No, I just like the shit sounds good. They sound great in different rooms. Yada yada yada. We got some measurements.
Did you use ChatGPT?
It was not a ChatGPT version. It would have been way more articulate if it was a ChatGPT version. I'm proud of it. I mean, I spent a lot of time listening to them in multiple areas. I had them in a big room. I replaced my Focal Canton number 2s, excuse me, and ran those as the main left and right. Then I also listened to them in my office where I'm sitting now, and they were magical, dude. Like a 6.5, a fairly compact 6.5 inch with a ribbon tweeter powered monitor was able to fill a big room with substantial output, and that blew me away.
Speaking of very unknown speakers, I should be getting in some new Procella speakers in soon. I did the review for the Mark IIs with the Mark I's, I want to say a few months back. So it was kind of like a mishmash of 1s and 2s. So I did reach out. I reached out a couple of days ago to get a whole bunch of Mark IIs just to redo it so I get the full experience of it. And they've got some new products out. I mean, I know they got new AVR, 16-channel AVR with 11 channels of amplification. And then obviously the new Mark II series of speakers. And then the cool thing about these speakers is that you can take the on-wall speakers, which are, I think their frequency response is down to like 80 hertz, but then you can add like a 10-inch woofer on them on wall to make them a full range or a nearly full range speaker to down. I think they play down like 22 hertz or something like that.
Yeah, you're big on that multi-channel bass. Don't they have their own amp or pre-pro coming out? It looks like
Did you do a video on that?
No, but I looked at it. I'm like, dude, if Trenoff can make that, I'll kiss your ass.
Yeah. So I mean, that's an unknown brand, which I was writing an email, because they're interested in talking to Zach, because I did ask them before I sent out the email. So I did send that out. Well, I will send after I get off this. So he did say that, yes, hook me up with Zach. So who knows? Maybe Zach will carry Parcella sometime in the future. But I'm a fan of them. I had those for a good solid year before I got the Ascendos. No, I didn't switch. I didn't switch out from them because I thought the Ascendos were better. I
You thought
switched
the
out
Ascendos were better?
because I had a bunch of Mark Ones and Mark Twos together, which in my brain I was just like, I just can't do that because they're two different speakers. So I'm gonna come back and revisit the Mark II speakers, which I think these are maybe out of all the speakers that I've tested personally, these are the closest sounding to what I personally hear in a movie theater. Whereas like the Ascendos is kind of like a good combo of 80% theater, maybe 20% music. Whereas Porcella just has like this theatrical, I don't want to be like horny sound to it, but it has kind of like that compression driver movie theater sound. You know what I'm talking about, Don. Like this big, kind of wide, not quite so ultra detailed hi-fi-esque sound, which you can either like or you can hate. But we'll find out more once I get some more speakers in and subwoofers. Hopefully I get some of their subs in. So I'm interested in that as well because, they're fairly compact speakers, so you can fit them in. You can scale them from really small rooms, or if you add the subwoofers with them, with the on-wall subs, which pair up with the speakers, you can scale them up to really large rooms. So I kind of like that aspect that you can scale up and down depending on what speakers you pick up. So be on the lookout for that video. That's coming out soon. And then Zach, what you got coming up?
We have all the CEDIA content pouring out 2 a day for 2 weeks, and then we're gonna do the RBH factory tour videos after that.
Didn't you already do that? Or you did the live stream with us?
I did a live stream on it, and I recorded the content like a month ago. We've just been so busy; it's hard to, get it all out there. I feel bad putting out the CEDIA videos 2 a day, but just trying to get the stuff out there for
Yeah,
for our customers to see. We have way too much content in the tail right now, so going to the House of Sound next week in New York. Gonna get on board McIntosh. That's gonna be big for Dream Media.
Oh, are you and Kellen both, or just you?
Unfortunately, for just this one, it'll be me. And then we'll do a follow-up later in the year of a factory tour and get training and do another House of Sound video.
You guys are casting a wide net on all your brands.
Hold on, what day are you going up there? Maybe I'll meet you there.
That'd be cool. Wednesday, Thursday next week.
Oh, 2 days you're going?
Yep.
And we'll see. Yeah, I was emailing them today. I forgot what his name is. I forgot what his name is. Jeffrey?
I'm not sure. It's I'm surprised they didn't send you an invite because it's a press event.
Oh, is it a press event?
Yeah. Let me I'll get with you after this and we could talk about it more.
Yeah, okay. Because I remember I shot the one 3 years ago, which is probably one of the most viewed McIntosh videos out there. Just saying, just in case any of you guys missed that video.
Their old
it's on the whole
House of Sound.
Yeah.
Nice. I never got to go to that one, so this is going to be my first experience with McIntosh.
It used to be called World of McIntosh, but I got the email this morning, so I renamed it to House of Sound. So hopefully I can catch some more views on it.
Smart. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, it's going to be part of our Dream Media Plus program. So just select clientele. We have to and want to deliver and set up all McIntosh and Sonos Faber gear.
You have to, right?
Yeah,
it'll be can't like online sell it.
We don't want to either. We want to deliver white glove service to our customers, just like we do with our other Dream Media Plus customers. Make sure that it's set up perfect because it's so pricey.
You know what happened? I got the when I first got my Mac amps, I reached out to Sanus and got a new rack. I had a middle Atlantic rack, and I took it out because it was just the rack. There's no sides or doors on it. So I was like, I reached out to Sanus. They sent me a new rack, except it came kind of like dented on the one side, which might have, I think it like cocked the actual frame of it just slightly. So I put the Mac amps into it, and I went to go slide it back into place. So I closed the door, and because it was just bent a little bit, I pushed against the glass to slide it back, and I just sort of pop. And I was like, "What the fuck is that sound?" And I had the Macs for like a week. I looked at one of my I looked at the 5-channel version, and the glass was just shattered. Yeah, that cost me good.
So we want everything. I mean, with this level of customer, we just want everything to go perfect.
What all comes with the Plus?
It's just access to myself and Kellen and more of a hands-on approach. For 2-channel, it's not as necessary, but we're really diving deep into high-end luxury cinemas, and we're offering everything from, full-blown renderings and 3D animation fly-throughs, really like bringing their vision to life, doing acoustic analysis, sound isolation, seating charts, screen size, just really laying the roadmap for them to ensure that the system's set up perfectly and the design is exactly what the customer had envisioned whenever we completed in the end.
That's cool. Yeah, you guys are firing, like casting a very wide net with your offerings for sure.
Yeah, we have 3 divisions really now. We have Dream Media Plus for luxury, certain product that requires professional setup, and then we're hands-on with that. And we have our preferred installer network in 28 states for customers that want to call and consult with us over the phone through video call and buy their product. And then we have our e-commerce, just add to cart products that you can just buy off the website.
Zach, can you enjoy home cinema in a living room with no acoustic treatments?
Well, that's the whole sales pitch with the art, the Storm Audio Dirac Live calibration software, because, getting wife approval is, nearly impossible. Am I right, Jeremy? You're married over there, right? I heard you talking about the wifey.
Yeah, there's definitely things I want in this hobby that she's not. She could care less about. So
it's balance, it's really. I made a video with Gene at his house on it, Bobby. If you want to check that out, we talk about how you can use more normal things to still improve the acoustic performance in your space, such as like really nice thick area rugs. You can use curtains that are nice and thick. They can absorb some of that energy. You can do things in the space, the seating you pick. There are certain things that you can do. We also have product that is textured. We work with probably like now 5 or 6 different acoustic companies because there are just so many vast variety of different rooms we got to deal with, where it may look like a hard texture or a wood or something like that, but it actually has acoustic dampening built into it. So we can incorporate acoustics into the design of the home and make it like a cool accent wall paired with a nice rug, paired with drapery. And you'd be surprised how dramatically that'll just change the room, those things right there.
So yes, you can. I mean, listen, I have a Martin Logan SLM set up in my living room, the on-wall super slim speakers, and I think they sound great. I mean, they're not like, I don't have ATMOS speakers, but they definitely do the job, and I have nothing in my living room. So you could definitely enjoy a nice surround experience. I'm sure it would probably sound better with art, but you know me, I'm a little too lazy for the living room stuff. Michael Walker, what is your opinion on Ava Remote for $1,600? Oh, we were talking about this last week, weren't we, Zach?
I'm going to put out detailed videos on that for you guys. Me and Kellen both have them coming to our personal homes, and we'll make in-depth videos, but we think it is actually going to be a real Harmony replacement, and even better than the Harmony ever was. From what we saw at the CEDIA demo, it is awesome. And it has the hub too, so you can control old school devices over IR as well. They have a USB-C to IR adapter. It's pretty cool. But you can pre-order it now. You call and speak with a sales specialist. You can get it on order. They're going to be shipping next week. I think Kellen said beginning of October.
Really?
That's going to be a real big. It's going to be a real big matchup against like Control 4 Core Light package too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who developed it worked for Crestron, then Control 4, and then branched out on his own and apparently made this thing the best of the best. The demo was amazing.
Did you does that still runs native Android apps, right? Because it does run on Android. Am I correct on that?
Let's pull up the website and just check the operating system. I don't want to lie. But yeah, you can run all the native apps on it. But what's cool with the new interface is that it's actually a control system. You kind of just talk to it like the consumer can make changes very easily in layman terms, reprogramming it, which is what got me really excited because that's how Harmony was.
Yeah.
The only thing about Harmony is like, dude, like those macros, you set up an activity and I'd always miss a beat somewhere, and it's like you always got to go back and just redo it or whatever it is, just to run it through the macro again.
Well,
at least for
that's
me,
the downside with IR, and that's why most things are two-way communication over IP. But it's nice that they have that base station with the IR sensor.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have maybe like one item. I think it's a magnetar, which I don't think works on IP. Maybe it does, but most of the stuff nowadays is IP, so
yeah,
it's not too much of an issue. So, yeah, I don't know if it exactly is a Harmony replacement because there are kind of different price points. I think it would be more like a baby Control 4 or just that segment between the Harmony and like a Control 4 / URC or something like that. That is end user friendly, configurable.
Yeah, when I say Harmony remote, I'm more so just meaning that the DIY enthusiast crowd can do it themselves.
Yeah.
Plus, you get more views if you put Harmony in the title as well. Because I just clipped it out. I had no idea I was going to get 8,000 views on that. I was like, wow, people care this much.
Oh, you got good views on a
just that little clip I took out of the stream last week.
I feel like Control 4 is trying to decouple that a little bit too and put some more power into the end user. Let them do a little more with the new OS that's coming.
I'm gonna put out a video on Josh's new system. Oh my God, Josh AI! Talk about empowering the consumer with AI. They are on the forefront of control and AI integration. You guys will have to check out my video from CD on that. I take you into the booth and you get to see exactly what us custom integrators got to see, the full demo and it operating shades, lights, control, all the cool gadgets. But what really got me is just how, easy it is for the consumer to make changes by just discussing it with Josh AI, separate from the integrator, but also it tracks all of the data internally on Josh's server for all communication with their AI system and the consumer. So you can kind of, if they're experiencing problems, you can go back and troubleshoot it by using that information.
What's the Josh install run?
Their new box, it doesn't even have a single anything on it other than a power cord. So apparently their newest one that I made the video on is going to be just very affordable and stupid easy to set up. So I'm interested to get my hands on it. That and the Ava were the coolest things from CEDIA. CEDIA is supposed to be it's the custom integration trade show of the year. So there's just we really geek out at that show.
Mm-hmm. Were you, Jeremy? Don't you live out there? Did you go?
I'm in Michigan. I would have liked to have gone CEDIA. Hopefully, maybe next year will be my first trip.
Yeah, if you need tickets, just let us know. We can get you some next year.
Appreciate it.
I think there's a question here earlier. Those towers look heavy. I'm not sure what towers he was talking about. Okay.
All
right. Well, we are
that 21-inch sub from RBH, man. That thing will break your back.
Well, Shane said October time I should get one, so nice. I'm excited to get that in. Upcoming stuff, Jeremy, you got the chairs coming up. Zach, you got a bunch of CEDIA stuff, right?
I got seating videos coming out too. Do you know who actually manufactures the audio advice chair, Jeremy?
Yeah, I thought historically I think they were partnered with Row One, right? Really? But I don't know to what level. Their original version I think was more heavily partnered. I don't know to what extent they partnered on these.
So Dream Media is partnering with JMAR, who manufactures the seats for many of the industry seating companies out there. I won't mention any, but you'll see they are the direct source. And we've been in talks about making Dream Media chairs, but more importantly, we're just working with them on all of our cinema builds, because you can literally customize the back, the seat, the arms, every single element, because they're the manufacturer themselves of the chair. And now they're integrating everything: lumbar, headrest, heat, and now even massage as options into their chairs. And then they have D-Box integration, and they brace their seating for D-Box, which is, if you haven't heard of that, it's an actuator that goes underneath the feet, and it is basically the next level for high-end cinema. It turns the chair into more of like a roller coaster than just feeling woofers in space. So JMAR is leading the way in the seating world, and we're happy to have them on board like that. One high-end cinema that we showed a few live streams ago, we had them spec out, and they're going to build just these very iconic classic cinema chairs. So like literally any furniture that a customer wants, we can just hand it to them and say, build it. It's amazing.
Wow. Keep that in mind when I get out of this apartment.
Yeah, they're great people. Made in America too. Made in Dallas, Texas. I did a video touring their whole facility, and you can see like how they have all the templates for, all the different arms, all the different legs and backs and seats, and the amount of options can be a little bit overwhelming. But that's why we're here, to help bring the whole vision to life.
I think one of the things I'd like to see with chairs is tying them into the automation system, particularly like for the lighting and stuff, so that you can have your chair lights come on as your room lights come on. You turn things off, have the lights go off when you watch the movie, right? Stuff like that. That would be pretty sweet.
I bet you we could do that with JMAR.
Yeah.
Because all we would need is just a trigger, that comes into a control board. So that's what's nice, is like we just literally every single element of that chair, we just tell them how to build it. Like you can even just like say you want a little accent piece. Like we did a video on their new, I don't know what the model is, one of their new modern lounger chairs that Kellen has in his theater. And you can like add little pieces of trim just to make it a little bit more luxury or high end. Or you can do, I don't know. The options are endless.
Zach, do you sell Josh? Or do you sell Josh, Zach?
Dream Media Plus. Yeah. Our Dream Media Plus program is all the custom integration stuff.
Yeah, you got to do a video on that. They send me emails all the time. I'm like, I just thought it was like program language or something like that. I didn't know it was like an actual product.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm going to show you the video on it, and then we have a project we're going to be using it on here in Colorado. That 18,000 square foot home I was telling you about. And we're going to integrate it throughout the entire home. So that'll be my first large scale deployment of it. So I'll make tons of content for you guys on that. Another thing I've come into the channel that all of our subscribers have been asking for the last year, is a full-blown, long format home theater install video. When Dream Media first started, I would go out, on site, try to do as many of the projects as I could myself and record the whole process. Well, I got an hour and 20-minute long install video coming for you guys to the channel on an affordable home theater. We did everything from acoustics to, speakers, projector, the whole 9 yards. And again, at a reasonable price point.
Nice. Well, all right, guys, we are just a little over an hour. Let's call it a day. Thanks, Jeremy, for joining the channel today. Zach, we'll see you again very shortly. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Appreciate everybody's support.
Shop at shop.dreammedia.com.